What's going on, you guys? Brickman here, and welcome back to some more Battlefield 1 gameplay for you. Today, we're going to be talking about what's on the screen here, airplanes, and game modes that they could add in the future if they don't already have plans for it. Um, if you have seen a couple of my videos before, I've had some airplane footage or plane footage, whatever, in Battlefield before, and I love it. It's absolutely probably one of my, if not my favorite thing to do in the game. I learned the controls pretty quickly, and I know how to like maneuver pretty well to get out of certain situations and to like evade if I'm being chased down and stuff. So, starting the beta, I was when I first started the plane, I guess using the plane, and right away, like I said, I enjoyed it. It's a lot more simpler than Battlefield 4. Whereas I'll put a clip some Battlefield 4 gameplay for you right here. But as you can see, like to me, just the jets in that game were way too fast for me to use, and the button switching from to missile to the machine gun was just it would always confuse me. I wouldn't know which one's which. I guess that's kind of on my fault or my part for not using or not looking down at the right hand corner to see if it was like the minigun or whatever. But anyways, I just whenever I was using it, I like would use it for maybe like up to a minute tops before I got shot down by either the anti-air tank or just by somebody else. But I so with that being said, I didn't really use the plane as much in Battlefield 4, whereas to this, and it's a lot of fun. Um, so with that all being said, I think it's Air Superiority is what it was called in Battlefield 4. I don't know why I've been calling it Air Supremacy. I guess it doesn't really matter. Um, I think they should bring that game mode into Battlefield 1. I think it would bring a lot of people. Although I did play a couple days ago, Battlefield 4. I was looking for some games on the Air Superiority, and there was no servers at all. I even turned off all the other game modes. I put on all the maps. I did all like server locations, and there was zero. So that kind of shows you that it might not be as popular. Granted, the Battlefield 4 has been out for like 3 years almost, I think. I think it came out, what, 2014? So yeah, almost 3 years, if not like two and a half, I guess. So I guess that can kind of be why there's nobody playing it. But when it first was introduced, I played it a couple times because that was the only way I could rank up my jets and stuff. Because I could never play it during Conquest or something because I would just suck at it. Um, but I remember playing that. It was a lot of fun when the satisfactory of shooting somebody down with missiles was just awesome. And even if you didn't get any kills with it, you could still capture the little flag points that they had to help rank up your jets. So I think that would be a good way for people who don't really fly planes. Like I know a lot of my friends can't fly for shit, or they don't want to. Um, but like I think my pilot scores are right now at the third pilot's three class or whatever you want to call it. Um, and that's been since the game was released. So it's still taken me quite a long time to rank up that. Where I've come across people in games who are like pilot class 45 or something like that. So it like I don't know. They do a really good job. I normally use the attack plane, so maybe that's why I know a lot of people use a fighter, but um, I've kind of switched it up. There was a medal a couple weeks ago, I think it was last week actually, where you had to like get certain number of kills with the airplane in a game, and then once you completed those, you had to get 10 kills with the bomber, 10 kills with the attack plane, 10 kills with the fighter. Um, and I did everything except the fighter. I think I ran out of time. Um, but using that or that medal, like, yeah, it doesn't really give you anything except for XP, but it made me use the bomber, and I never really used the bomber, but like I didn't. I'll show you here. I didn't even know that you could use the little bomb sight to look down and like look at the ground and see where you're hitting it. I didn't know how to do that, so I would just always try to eyeball it, and that just would take away the fun fact of it because I'd be like, well, this is stupid. How am I supposed to know where they're hitting? And then good old Google and Reddit helped me out and said, oh, you gotta go into first person and you hold L2 and that looks down. So once I figured out how to use that, it became a lot more fun. Um, and I actually got here a quad kill. I think it was, yeah. Um, with the bomb, and it's so satisfactory when you bomb people and they just blow up. It's just I don't know. I love, like I said, I love flying in this game. I think it's one of my favorite things to do. And I'm good at it. So I think they should bring Air Superiority. I think it would be a lot of fun. And going back to like the class setup, like if you want to get like your class set up or your class rank pretty high, you're not necessarily good at dogfights or shooting people down. Just you can always just circle around. It might take you a little longer, but just circle around the flag points. You'll get those points, and you're sooner or later you'll be up and you'll have a lot of things unlocked. So I think EA Sports or DICE or whoever is running the show needs to implement this game mode into the game. I think um, it's been what? It came out October, November, December, January, February, March, April. Almost 6 months now. And yeah, they just released the DLC, which I absolutely love. Um, if you've not seen some of my They Shall Not Pass DLC, I'll drop some in the description below, but that's beyond what I'm trying to say. They did implement the new game mode there, so I think they listen to the community a lot. So I mean, if I can get this word out and other people have the same opinion as me, I think this game would be a lot of fun. Um, and I mean, you could even I think in Battlefield 4 there had helicopter ones and jet ones. I'm not quite sure, so don't quote me on that. But you could have like just fighter jet or not fighter jets. You can have the fighter planes as a game mode, and then just the attack planes, because the attack planes you can still shoot people down, but they're slower, and obviously the fighter jets you can like control your speed and do more sharp turns more easily. So I think if they had the fighter planes and the attack planes in the same kind of game mode, for air superiority, I think it would be a bad idea. So if they just stuck it with fighter versus fighter, attack versus attack, and that's it. You can't really do bomber because the only people shooting on the bomber are the tail gunner or the nose gunner. But anyways, I think they should add this game. Like I've said, I love flying, and I would play it probably at least 50% of the time, especially if I'm with friends. I I could help them out and try to show them what to do. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I just wanted to get this out. It's been something that's been on my mind for quite a while now, and I hope this gets out to other people who have the same opinion as me. And like always, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Peace.